Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome to Telecom Forum channel. This is Lambrasan Chandran. Today we are going to discuss about Milling 6600 series. So let me proceed to the topic. This is a product overview of the 6600 series. We start with Minilink 6366, Minilink 6651, Minilink 6691, 6693 and 6692. These are the pictures of the following units. And let's suppose 6366, it has 1 gigabyte Ethernet and 2.5 gigabyte Ethernet interfaces. Its switch capacity is 9.5 Gbps and it supports 1 radio link, and the modulation and the channel bandwidth schemes are 4096 QAM, that is quadrature amplitude modulation, and 112 MHz as a bandwidth. Minilink 6651, it's a compact dual carrier. It has 1 gigabyte Ethernet and 2.5 gigabyte Ethernet interfaces. Its switch capacity is 14.5 Gbps. It supports 1 to 2 radio links. As I said earlier, modulation and channel bandwidth schemes are all same in 6600 series. Whereas Minilink 6691, it's a small aggregation node. It has 1 GE and 10 gigabyte Ethernet ports. Its switch capacity is 45 or 90 Gbps. It supports maximum 4 radio links. Whereas Minilink 6693, it is a medium aggregation node. It also has the same interfaces as I said before 6691. Whereas 6691, 6693, 6692 all are having the same interfaces and the switch capacity as well. It supports maximum 8 radio links, whereas 6692 supports maximum 16 radio links. Remaining modulation and bandwidth schemes are all same in 6600 series. Minilink 6691. This is a picture of 6691 Minilink. It's a 1-inch aggregation node. It supports up to 4 radio links. Each MMU has 2 radio link capability. So totally we have 2 MMU slots. So we can able to make up to 4 radio link connections. It supports 1 plus 0 or 1 plus 1 or 2 plus 0 with XP configuration. It supports up to 7 to 112 MHz as a channel bandwidth and up to 4096 quadrature amplitude modulation. And also it provides link capacity up to 1.4 Gbps in 1 plus 0 configuration with 112 MHz channel, or it provides 2.5 Gbps in 2 plus 0 configuration. It supports multi-layer header compression, adaptive code modulation as well. It has only one slot for node processor unit, that is NPU, with 45 or 90 Gbps switch capacity. The NPU supports 2 1 GHz Ethernet interfaces and 3 1 GHz Ethernet interfaces. And also it provides customer or provider bridge quality of service and hierarchical quality of service functionality as well. It has 2 MHz sync Ethernet port and synchronous Ethernet functionality as well. It provides maximum up to 128 or 512 QAM modulation and layer 3 virtual private networks as well. As I said before, it has 2 slots for modems or interfaces for plug-in unit. We can able to install either MMU 1001 or MMU 1002 in a dual carrier. As I said before, it has auxiliary plug-in unit functionality as well. So it supports LTU 1001 with 16 E1 capacity, whereas LTU 1002 with 16 E1 capacity are 1 STM interfaces as well. It has 1 fan unit and 1 power filter unit with dual power input, that is redundant power supply. The next one is Minilink 6693. This is a Mini-Link 6693 picture. It is a medium size or medium aggregation node. We can call it as medium aggregation node. Medium size, that is 1.5 RU aggregation node, up to it supports 8 radio links because it has 4 MMU slots. Each MMU slot supports 2 radio links, so totally we have 4 radio slots, so we can able to get the configuration up to 8 radio links. It supports 1 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 0 and XP configuration as well. And also it supports 7 to 112 MHz channel bandwidth and up to 4096 quadrature amplitude modulation. It provides radio link capacity up to 1.4 Gbps in 1 plus 0 configuration with 112 MHz channel bandwidth or 2.5 GHz in a 2 plus 0 configuration. As I said before, it also supports multi-layer header compression, adaptive code modulation. It supports one slot for node processor unit, that is NPU, with 45 or 90 Gbps switch capacity functionality. It also supports two 1 GHz or 10 GHz Ethernet interfaces. It is for optical. And also it supports 3 1 GHz Ethernet interfaces for electrical. It provides customer or provider bridge quality of service and hierarchical quality of service functionality as well. It has 2 MHz sync Ethernet port and synchronous Ethernet functionality as well. It provides 128 or 512 QAM modulation with layer 3 virtual private network functionality as well. As I said before, it has 4 slots for modems and plug-in unit interfaces. So MMU 1001 or MMU 1002 with dual carrier functionality. LTU, that is line termination unit 1001 with 16E1 interfaces, or LTU 1002 with 16E1 or 1 STM interfaces functionality as well. It has 1 fan unit and 1 power filter unit with redundant power supply. The next one is Mini-Link 6692. This is a picture for 6692. This is a 3U aggregation node for up to 16 radio links. It has 8 slots, so each one supports 2 radio links, so totally we can able to configure up to 16 radio links. It also supports 1 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 0 and XP configuration as well. It supports 7 to 112 MHz channel bandwidth and up to 4096 quadrature amplitude modulation. It provides radio link capacity up to 1.4 Gbps in 1 plus 0 configuration with 112 MHz channel bandwidth or 2.5 Gbps in a 2 plus 0 configuration. It also supports multi-layer header compression and adaptive code modulation. It has 2 slots for node processor unit, that is NPU, which is good option to provide the redundancy for the node processor unit. If one NPU is faulty, ultimately the other NPU will support, the site will be always up and carrying traffic. It provides up to 90 Gbps switch capacity. It has 2 1 GB or 10G Ethernet interfaces. This is for optical, and 3 1 GB Ethernet interfaces. This is for electrical. It provides customer provider bridge quality of service or hierarchical quality of service functionality. It has 2 MHz sync Ethernet LAN port and synchronous Ethernet functionality as well. It provides 512 QAM modulation with layer 3 virtual private network functionality as well. As I said before, NPU redundancy with additional NPU 1002. It has 8 slots for modems or auxiliary plug-in unit. We can able to install MMU 1001 or MMU 1002 with the dual carrier. LTU 1001 with 16E1 interfaces, LTU 1002 with 16E1 or 1 STM interfaces. It has 1 fan unit and 2 power filter unit for optional power redundancy. The next one is NP1001. NP is nothing but node processor unit. It is the heart of the node. It has the following interfaces. It has two RJ45 fast Ethernet 1 Gbps Ethernet port. It has two RJ45 Ethernet fast Ethernet ports, 3 SFE plus 1 Gbps or 2.5 Gbps Ethernet ports, which is nothing but 3 optical ports. It has Sync Ethernet functionality. It has 4E1 capacity for local dropping. This is a port for dropping 4 electrical events for the local dropping of the site. It has 2 user input output, and it has one Ethernet port for local management. That is, it will be used for design configuration for visibility issues. It has Ethernet switch functionality as well. It provides 13.5 Gbps full duplex switch capacity. Quality of service: customer or provider bridge 4 1 GHz switch ports to backplane, and also it provides DCN over VLAN configuration, and it can be positioned in Milling 6691 LTU1002. This is a picture of LTU1002. LTU is nothing but line termination unit. It is a interfacing legacy services natively. It supports up to 16E1 for dropping the events locally. It is suitable for 6691, 6692, 6693 by using NP1002 or NP1003 hardware combination. MMU1002. MMU is nothing but modem multiplexer unit. It's a dual carrier modem. This is a picture of the MMU1002. It supports dual carrier modem, that is in 1+0 configuration, 1+1 configuration, 2+0 configuration, 1+0 configuration. It supports up to 4096 quadrature amplitude modulation. It supports bandwidth as 7 to 112 MHz. It supports hard standby or space diversity configuration. It supports XPIC cross polarization interference cancelling concept. It is a hardware prepared for multiple input, multiple output functionality, and also it supports multi-layer header compression. It supports adaptive code modulation. We can able to use Milling 6363 or Route 2X radio as well. This is a slot position of Milling 6693. As I said earlier, the slots are start with slot 0, that is this one, slot 0, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and again slot 4, slot 5, slot 6. This is a fan unit which is used to provide the cooling. This is a MMU unit slots. Each MMU supports 2 radio links, so totally we have 4 MMU slots, so we can able to get 8 radio links. This is a power filter unit slot. It is a redundant power supply A and B, so it is a protected power supply. This is a NPU node processor unit, NPU1002. So next one is 1+1 radio link protection. 1+1 hot standby up to 1.4 Gbps. Hot standby configuration. So in hot standby configuration, only one transmitter is active, the other transmitter is standby mode. Simultaneously both receivers are working. In 1+1 space diversity up to 1.4 Gbps in 112 MHz radio link propagation protection. So space diversity we have to use 2 different hardwares. As I said before, here we have to use two antennas with two different radios. Both antennas should be separated by the distance. Here both transmitters are active as well as both receivers also active. Upgrade or expand mini-link traffic node. This is a mini-link 6691. Here we have to use either Route 2X radio or mini-link 6363 radio. MMU 1002 will be installed in mini-link 6691 as well. Obviously, in the mini-link existing traffic node, we can use MMU 4A with Route 2X radio. It will work properly. 1+0 configuration. The requirements are antennas, MMUs and routes for the one link. For the 1+0 configuration, we need two antennas, that is near and far end, two routes, that is near and far end, two MMUs near and far end, and two IF cables or RF cables. This is here near end. We have installed one MMU, IF cable and one radio and one antenna. 1+1 radio link protection, space diversity. The requirements are antennas, MMUs and radios for one link. So space diversity, we need 4 antennas. For near end we need 2 antennas. Obviously the far end also we need 2 antennas. So totally 4 antennas, 4 radios, 2 MMUs. Four radios for near and far end, 4 radios for near and far end, 2 MMUs for near and far end. This is active transmitter, whereas this is a passive transmitter. Both antennas should be distanced, so it should be as a space diversity concept. This is active transmitter, this is a passive transmitter. 1+1 radio link protection. The requirements are antennas, MMUs and radios for one link, 2 antenna with integrated power splitter, 4 radios at near and far end and 2 MMUs at near and far end. So we have installed the MMU, 2 radios are installed in integrated power splitter in single antenna. This is a near end. The same thing will be installed in the far end as well. Two 1+0 in 2 different directions. Requirements are antennas, MMUs and radios for one link. It needs 4 antennas at near end and far end, 4 radios at near end and far end, 2 MMUs at near end and far end. So we have installed one MMU and 2 antennas in different direction. So these 2 antenna, 2 radios and 1 MMU and 2 AF cable which is installed at the near end, the same thing will be installed in the far end as well. 2+0 radio link bonding using CCDP, co-channel dual polarization. The requirements are antennas, MMUs and radios required for one link. It needs 2 antennas for dual polarized, 4 radios for near and far end and 2 MMUs at near and far end. It's a dual polarized antenna, which means it supports dual frequency, which is nothing but it supports horizontal as well as vertical polarization. So we have to install single MMU with the 2 IF cable in the dual polarized antenna in 2 radios at the near end. It should be same thing should be installed on the far end as well. The next one is 2+0 radio link bonding, no CCDP, that is co-channel dual polarization. The requirements are antennas, MMUs and radios required for one link. So it needs 4 antennas at near end and far end, 4 radios at near end and far end, 2 MMUs at near end and far end. So we have to install 1 MMU with 2 IF cable and 2 radios and 2 antennas at the near end. The same thing should be installed in the far end as well. Guys, if you like the video, please like, subscribe and share with your friends.